There are a lot of options out there for roof racks for the Jeep Gladiator. Well, today we're going to install the one from DV8, and I'm going to tell you why I chose this particular rack. Stick around. Before we go any further, I want to say that we are not sponsored by DV8. DV8 doesn't even know that this channel exists. Maybe after this video they will, who knows. But we did not receive this roof rack on a discount. We did not get any kind of, they didn't send it to us for review or anything like that. Okay, so this is going to be a 100% honest opinion of what I think of this product.
So first and foremost, I want to talk about the way that this was packaged. You can usually tell how good of quality something is going to be by how well people package it. This came with a ton of this builder's foam that was actually inserted in here, sort of sprayed in as a liner between all the parts to make sure it wasn't going to get damaged in shipping. And then everything, as you can see, the smaller parts are individually wrapped here, where it's got this protective foam layer over it, and it's wrapped very, very tightly to prevent it bouncing around and shipping. So this is packaged extremely well. Well done, DV8. Well done. So here we have the rails of the roof rack, and I've got them supported on these sawhorses here. I think this is probably going to be the easiest way to try to install this and put it all together. Then whenever we're done, we're going to go ahead and lift it onto the Gladiator. Definitely a two-person job if you want it to not go through a windshield or something like that. And from what I can tell, the finish on this looks really, really good. We're going to finish unpackaging this, and we're going to see if that really is the case. All right, so something I have griped about before, and you've heard it on this channel before, I don't like the stainless steel hardware, especially when it comes to black racks or anything that has, sort of the black powder coating to it. They can give you black hardware. I don't know why they don't, and I just hope this doesn't really stick out much as far as the look. Anyway, it's just something we have to deal with, I suppose, unless you just want to go and buy all new hardware yourself. But companies, if you're out there listening, if you have a black powder-coated product, please stop doing the stainless steel hardware, or at least give us the choice. What do you guys think about the hardware when it comes to black powder-coated items? Leave a comment down below and let me know what you think about it. Am I being unreasonable here, or is this something that, you guys get frustrated with as well? All right, so we got everything unpackaged, and this actually looks really, really cool. Looks like there's a lot of attention to detail here. The powder coating looks really, really good on this. I don't see any nicked spots. I don't see any misses. I don't see any bubbles, nothing like that. This really looks like it's quality, as far as powder coating and as far as the design goes itself. So we're going to go ahead and see if we can't put it together and get it all laid out, and then hopefully get it onto the truck.
All right, real quick, let me share a frustration that I have with y'all. I get frustrated when I don't get a copy of instructions in a new part that I have to install. I understand that we're going toward a digital world. I understand that we're trying to go more paperless. However, there is a PDF that's on their website that you can download and view it on your phone or your tablet or your laptop or whatnot. But there's something about having paper instructions in front of you. Let's be honest, it's only a few pages, and how many of these do they really, really sell? I mean, is it too much to ask for paper instructions to come with it in order to be able to do the job faster, easier, and just be able to have it in bigger print so you make maybe less mistakes? Let me know in the comments below if I'm the only one that's frustrated about this, or if you have any feelings about this at all. Alexa, play the latest episode of the Jeep Talk Show.
Getting Jeep Talk Show from Amazon Music. Here's Season 4, Episode 577.
Roll bar and was using the paintball gun like a turret.
You're listening to a 4x4 Radio Network podcast. Are you ready?
It's the Jeep Talk Show.
So as you saw in the time lapse, we were able to put the entire rack together, and we went ahead and put it onto the vehicle as well. Now, one of the last steps that we have to do is make sure that it's centered up, and then we have to connect right here a piece that's going to basically clamp this to the gutter guard itself. So remember, I was telling you, one of the big things that I like about this is that you don't have to drill any holes, and it doesn't make it essentially a permanent structure to your vehicle either. You can take this on and off if you know, for some reason had to take it off. Maybe you want to take the top off. Maybe you want to open up your roof a little bit. You know, those types of things allow you the freedom to be able to do that without, again, having it hard mounted to the hard top itself. So in ways, your freedom panels and all that are still removable if you were to remove the rack, of course. So there you have it. We went ahead and finished the install of the roof rack, and I think it looks fantastic. There are some pros and there's some cons to this, right? I'm going to start off with the cons, and there are not many cons from what I can see so far. So this may sound a little bit nitpicky, but it's just one of those things that I'm just going to cover. So one of the cons is, I've already talked about it, the hardware up here is stainless steel on a black powder coated rack. And I think the stainless steel just kind of stands out a little bit, and you can see it, and I don't know. I kind of think that on a black powder coated rack or anything else like that. I've had the same thing with my bed rack. Include black hardware, or at least have the option to. The other thing that's a con, and I've mentioned it earlier, is that there were no written instructions in the box. Now again, these companies that want to go green and stop printing, you know, and you can go look it up, that's all well and good, but I'll tell you what, I had to stop several times, so I'd go over to my tablet, look at it, you know, try to scroll through it, try to, you know, expand the screen. And it was one of those things where I kind of felt like if I just had instructions in front of me, the install would go a little bit faster. All right. I would recommend that if you are installing this, having someone to help you out will definitely decrease your time. It says in the instructions it should take 1 hour. I beg to differ. I think it took a little bit longer than that, especially having to put everything onto the Jeep and then tightening all the screws up. It really is probably closer to 2 hours doing it, and I wasn't exactly going at a slow pace. And, you know, there's not many tools required. It's just a lot of screws, a lot of nuts to put on there. So I think that the first pro with this is the fact it looks great. Everything looks very well made. The powder coating is really good. There's no cracks, there's no bubbles, there's no chips. Everything was packaged really well, you know, so that it didn't get damaged in transit. Also, it's got these large cutouts right here. Now these cutouts are for where you can strap things down on your roof, and they run the entire length of the rack itself. So you have ample places to tie stuff down to and organize the load that you're traveling with on your roof in the most effective way. Also, you have these cutouts for auxiliary lighting on the front if you choose to add something like that. So according to DV8, this will hold about 200 pounds, and the trusses that go across are actually slightly bowed up to absorb that weight as you load the rack down and as you sort of balance everything across it. Additionally, this rack weighs, you know, somewhere around the 40 to 45 pound range, so it's not super heavy. Obviously, you're putting more weight on your vehicle, you're putting more weight up top, but you know, I think that it gives you everything you need and nothing you don't, so you're not adding a lot of additional weight for something, again, that may be over-engineered. Let me tell you about one of the biggest pros on this. $450. This was $450. I looked for other racks that were very similar to this. And man, I tell you, the prices are just sky high on some of this stuff. There was a couple out there that I saw that were, you know, north of $1,000. North of $1,000 for a roof rack. Is it really that much better made, or are you really paying for a name when it comes to that? $450, I think this is well worth it. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and conclude the video. If you're interested in picking up this rack, I'm going to go ahead and throw the link down in the description below. If you haven't already, please hit like and subscribe, and share this video if you found value in it, or if you know somebody out there that is considering a rack. Alright, well this has been Gary from Dixie Overland. We'll see y'all in the next video. Honest, complete review of this bed rack, of this roof rack. Not sponsored by DV8. We did not receive this roof rack. The instructions, I had to continue to go back and forth between my tablet. So according to, who do I get this from? That's right. All right.